Oh, hello! I am Russell, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Castle Progress. Probably my most creatively named series I've ever had, just saying. Anyway, yeah, it's been like 2 years since the last episode, so sorry about that. Because I know this is a lot of your guys' favorite series on my channel, so yeah. But I wasn't really feeling inspired like at all to work on this project in the past while, I would say. I finally like kind of feel like working on it again. Primarily the exterior. I'm not sure how much interior stuff we would actually end up doing, but anyway, as you could probably tell from the title of this video, you're finally all going to get a world download. I've been getting asked for a world download pretty much since the start of the series, and I always was like, my thinking behind not having one was that it was like nowhere near completed, and I wanted it more, I just guess completed before sharing a world download of it. But since it's like progress on it has slowed down so much to like pretty much nothing being done in the past 2 years. And then we also hit 2K subscribers way back in January, so I kind of feel bad about doing nothing for that for like 7 months now. Yeah. So I figured like now would be as good as time as any to like release a world download along with doing a big old tour. Even though it's not on the, like, it's not episode 90 or anything, I'm kind of breaking the recap episode every 10 episodes thing I had started, but it's been so long at this point, I don't think there's really a better way to get everyone back into this series than doing a world tour. And then the world download is just kind of a big thanks to everyone for, like, sticking around with the channel for all these years of inconsistent uploads and way too long of hiatuses. Anyway, let's get like right into the tour because we're going over everything, and it's gonna be good for me to like walk through everything again to get back into the like I guess swing of where stuff is in this world just because it's been so long. Anyway, first things first, I did do some stuff off camera, and that was setting up a villager breeder system again back over by the castle. We get villager trades again, because when baby zombies were introduced, those like completely wiped out the villager infrastructure I had made, because I hadn't done anything with them for such a long time, I just kind of forgot about them. So I got mending books and an unbreaking book trade, and then we headed over to the end. Couldn't respawn the end dragon because it's the old version, like it's an old world, so that mechanic doesn't work. So I had to open the world in MC edit, completely delete the end island. I didn't have to delete the entire end though. So all the two Enderman farms I have, one's outdated and old, and then the other's Endermite design. Those are still there. I have to like remake the bridge out to them though, so and not as bad as having to remake them. Anyway, as you can see, there is not a giant castle here, so yeah, and that is because we are all in the like spawn chunks of this world, and this is where I have iron farms. And that little random bit of dirt is there because when I got here, I haven't really been back here in such a long time because I have like a giant iron surplus back at the castle. There were iron golems everywhere, and I know this doesn't necessarily prevent them from like falling out because it's a 3 wide gap, but I might eventually get back out here to put slabs down on the dirt to like actually prevent it. But quite a bit of iron here, 2 cells there, 2 more over there, so pretty set on iron, I would say. And if for some reason you want to go to the castle via the overworld, it is south, like primarily south, a little bit west of the actual spawn. But we are touring everything, so let's head over into the nether portal in a little hobbit hole, I believe, right down here. Okay, yeah. And then I don't think we'll end up going completely to the end of the tunnels. Just because some of them are kind of long, and I'm sure none of you are really here to get toured about a really long netherrack covered tunnel. Also, like, by the way, nothing is like labeled in this world, so that's another reason to do a complete tour of everything. Just because it's not really friendly to walk around. Anyway, this way, I believe, is just a tunnel I made to get out to newly generated terrain when, like, what update was that? With, like, dark oak and stuff, all those trees got added. I wanted a way to go get those instead of walking really far away in the overworld. Not sure what's at the complete end of this one, but along the way, the first right branch, that goes to the, Nether fortress. This way, that torch brings you to the Enderman farm. Actually, we could probably go that, because going through the Ender portal would end up bringing us to the beds in the castle. I believe at the end of here is the tunnel I made to go get horses. I might have expanded it for more new blocks. Actually, that might be where the, like a little area I had planned to make like a little mining outpost to get like andesite and whatnot, but that like never happened, so rip. Anyway, here's the end portal. Let's just go in. If we come up here, the old Enderman farm is out that way. Don't use it. Really slow and kinda bad now. Then the updated, but still like pretty old, Endermite powered one is over there. You kind of have to remake the bridge because that kind of got destroyed when deleting the end island, as I've already said. That just brings you out to the outer end, and then let's go in the portal. And I have no idea how long of a video. Oh, we're back here. Rip. I have no idea how long this video is going to end up being. But if I would have to say, it's probably going to be pretty long. You know what? Let's actually go to the castle via the overworld, because we have Elytra now, so might as well just fly, instead of, like, enter it through the unfinished basement. Can I actually launch off without... Ooh, that was a waste of fireworks, but okay. Anyway, there's a neat little jungle over here. Actually, it's not too far. It's only like, I guess, like 1k blocks at most. This is like a, oh yeah, it's literally right here. And there she'd be. Big old castle that's not loading in. Let's take another swoop. And let stuff load in more. Ooh, let's try and land up there. Can we do it? Yo boy, oh that was smooth, I would have to say. Yep, this is the castle that I've spent way too much time on over the last few years, but the front wall looks really good, just don't look around the sides. There's totally stuff there, I swear. Let's like just coast back down, get another view from over here. Then we'll go inside, then we'll go downstairs, sleep, so it's light and we can actually walk outside better, but yep, there it is. Big old castle. Don't need those or that. Okay. And these are fully functional gates. We'll walk around the walls later, but I really like how when you walk in, you can see the big window there. Really like how that turned out. I don't need a shovel on us right now. Then these are both fully functional gates as well. Gatehouse being up there. We'll get there later. I really should have, like, planned out a structure to this tour. Because right now it's going to just be wandering around the castle. But this is, like, the stuff's place. Oh, this... Did I... No, let's just go down. This is the big old quarry down here where I got, like, all my stone, like... Wait, what? What? Oh, you know what that might be from? When, a while ago, when I actually loaded the world up again, an entire chunk, like, right in the middle of the castle got reset. And I only, MC edited the upper part to fix it, because, like, it went right through, like, one of the towers on the Hall of Kings, so, like, it wasn't going to be, I can, like, quickly fix this. It was, like, apparently from all the way down here up to the sky, just completely taken out. So I MC edited a backup file, or a backup into the world from there, so suppose it still works. Also, no, this does not look like it was updated. Because when I dig all this stuff out, I just threw it in here, then would take stuff out, or take stuff up to storage, but gonna have to update that. But yeah, this is where I got, like, all my stone. I have no idea, like, how much stone I've dug in total. Because, like, over the years, statistics have been reset, like, a lot. I think I've experienced, like, 3 statistics resets. Which is kind of annoying, because those are, like, especially, like, play time. I would love to know, like, the actual total amount of time I've played. At one point, I had gotten up to, like, 30 days played. So, like, it's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, this is pretty much just a big pit. If we go over there, I was digging the entire thing out from, like, everything. Like, the entire... just everything under the castle was just dug out. But I got tired of not getting diamonds, so then I just started doing all this, which is kind of running out of room. I just have that one section left. And the reason that's, like, all, like, partially done is because there's a bunch of lava over there, which is kind of annoying to deal with. But if we head back up to the little storage bit, the chests are a mess. They're somewhat organized, but that's pretty much the extent of it. I have mass stone storage using minecarts, which are probably not the most lag-friendly thing to have, but whatever. So there's just a bunch of minecarts here. I should be pretty set on stone if I remember correctly. This is just a simple old version of my auto smelter. It still works, so that's why I haven't changed it. So just throw stuff in this chest to get cooked, and then the lava buckets in this one. And the ladder in the nether, right in the middle of it, you saw that just goes down to, like, an easily accessible lava lake. Also, yeah, it looks like just, I forgot to MC edit back in the, like, prepared underground terrain. So that's why random stuff's there, because, like, I believe that's, like, right where it hit. Which is kind of... I mean, at least it's only underground. It's not a big deal. I fixed the structures. But these chests, though, I have just all sorts of random stuff. And my favorite thing I have in the chests are these. Those old, like, the old version of wooden slabs that are fire resistant. Like, you mine these with a pick. So, yeah. I should probably use those for something. I'm not sure why I felt it was necessary to make a bunch of them. Because I haven't used them ever. So, yeah. Here's a bunch of diamond gear left over. Back when villagers used to trade, like, full bits of diamond stuff. Instead of only some of it. Yeah. Just a bunch of stuff, really. Primarily, like, stone, because that's, like, always been the focus of this world. And a lot of dirt, actually. Yeah, some potion stuff there. Like, this is all stuff you guys can all do if you download the world and want to look through all my chests for whatever reason. Holy bull. Wow. No, I'm just like panning through all the chests just for myself at the moment. So leather, fine. Lots of pistons, that's what I like to see. Okay, no good looks there. Then these other chests. Not sure why these are all here. Yeah. Oh, and that's like the auto... Like you stand here and plant stuff. Then this is the cow farm, and it's a really, like, simple cow farm. Like, when you want to harvest stuff, you have some weight, you hold the weight, you walk over here, flip that lever, walk back here, and the stuff just falls, and you get a bunch of cooked steak. Works really well. Then if we go up here, this is like just a little, I guess, like access port for under the castle. Not access port, like access level, I suppose. Just to make it easy to put like redstone stuff like this gate. Oh my. Version of the gate is this? It's made so much more compact now. Huh. And it works though, so I suppose there's no reason to really fix it. Is that where the other button is? Oh yeah, it is. Huh. Then another gate for the other gatehouse one, then we go all the way over here. And there is yet another gate. So yeah. Anyway, I think it's about time we actually started touring the castle. I'll probably have a timestamp in the description, or just on the video, just to like get people who just want to see the castle, just get them to it right off the bat. And I believe it's about to be morning now that we've done all that underground stuff, so we could probably head back out. Yeah, head back outside, start looking at stuff in more detail, and also those lighting glitches on the side really bug me, but as far as I've like looked, there's no way to really fix them. Because they're just kind of, I probably could have stored all that stuff, but whatever. But yeah, they're just kind of there. You can temporarily fix them, and I usually do that for screenshots by like, oh, fantastic ender pearl me. By jumping up here and placing blocks on everything. That like forces an update. Boom, yay, fixed. But like as soon, wait, what? That doesn't even fix it? Is it that broken now? Wow. Rip. Oh my. Huh. Huh. Well, that sucks. Wait, what? Okay, Minecraft, okay. Whatever. Okay. Then if I reload the world, I guarantee it would be black again, but yeah. But yeah, this is the front of the castle. I think I'm going to... I eventually want there to be a moat here, then like a big old bridge. That requires a lot... I mean, it's not too much terraforming, really. A lot of the land's already here, and I can just hollow... Or just have a hollow shell of land where I need to add stuff. Like, have probably, like, for this size of castle, maybe, like, 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, 5 to 10-ish block moat. Probably closer to 10. And just a bridge out here. Then... like, everything would need terraforming for it. I'm not really sure why I chose this area for it now that I think about it, but it looks fine. And that ladder was just an old viewing platform for one tutorial I had where it was like the... I don't even know. It was a long time ago now. This all needs terraforming. But I believe this side of the castle is actually relatively finished for the first segment. As far as, like, on the lower parts go anyway. And then needing the terraforming and moat and whatnot. Then once we get around this corner, it just kind of stops being as finished. Yeah. I marked it all out to make more of these lower walls going along this entire way. And that way I can have like more smaller stuff and like halls and whatnot on the outside of the castle, so it's not just one large block, which I kind of... That's one of the things I don't really like about the direction this castle has been going. It's just a really big block in the center instead of like more unique shapes. I'm trying to fix that in the like front part by adding more like layers and depth to it, which it's helping quite a bit. Still needs a bit more elsewhere just to kind of break it up, I would say, but for the most part it's taking a good shape, I would say. Then this back part's like completely unfinished. Might as well just make a loop around back here. You can just see how little stuff there's actually inside, even though it's quite a lot of stuff still. Just for the scale of it, it's not that much. Very first little like interior thing I did after the entrance hall. It's a nice domed roof. It could definitely be better now, but I don't think I want to start redoing stuff about the castle just because, like, then I wouldn't be making progress at that point, though. I would just be, like, making older things look nicer. Like, eventually I might start, like, refurnishing some things, but not refurnishing, refinishing, or whatever would want to say in that situation or scenario. Not sure why I didn't add the detailing on the outer part. That was kind of odd. This is a villager breeder. Not really ideal. Like, I should be, like, carting these guys further away, but it really doesn't matter. Anyway. Yeah, this side of the castle, not much going on. I really need to, like, look up, find that, like, Word document of ideas I had at one point. Find stuff, brainstorm more for like stuff to go on the outside. And again, if anyone has any ideas of their own and would like to let me know, just like please do it. Like I would welcome many ideas because it's a big thing and brainstorming everything as a single person is kind of difficult sometimes, I would say. Anyway, let's actually head into the castle. Just trying to think about what would be the best way to approach just walking around the entire thing. I suppose let's just start with this first little hall. Yeah, might as well. And this is actually a part of the castle I did end up redoing, because this hall and the gatehouse were redone at one point, I do believe. It looks fine. It's a little bit of an awkward shape because it's like this little intersection, I suppose. Then that's what we worked on last episode 2 years ago. This nice little unfinished feast hall. I should probably just finish this up before working on anything else, to be honest. Like, just finish this intersection, have that open to go outside if we do anything over that way. And then let's just head over to this little court room. Need to make more stuff over this way. Probably like more just barracks and whatnot. And this courtyard could use a bit of work as well. I like the blacksmith, like little workshop area. Like this all looks good. Then you have whatever this is. Like this just kind of looks bad. This needs to be like torn down and completely replaced, I would say. Because, yeah, that doesn't really fit. And big old banner. I like the other courtroom, or not, why am I saying courtroom? The other courtyard on the other side a lot more than this one. I do like how this all looks, the blacksmithing portion of it. I believe this is just open, so I have access to that ladder. And if we head back over here, it's emptiness, yay. And if we actually do head back over to that way now. Actually, this way's a dead end, so it's not really, though. Nice, simple, early on, like, grand entrance hall, whatever you would call it. I mean, it's not bad. It still looks pretty good. It could use a lot more like block variation and whatnot, but for the most part I like it still. Yeah, it's not bad. Then I did add in these statues, like, relatively recently, because I made them up there for the Hall of Kings. And then if we come in here, this is the throne room, which those lights need to be updated. That is broken. Huh. Then this room also could use quite a lot more block variation, especially on the ceiling. Like, the shape of it's really nice, but it's a bit much stone brick, I would say. But I like this little, like, what would that even be called? Like, platform for the thrones. Looks neato, if you ask me. And I need to, like, do more on all that. Like, yeah, pretty much everything's, like, at least partially not finished at this point, I would say. Yeah. Anyway, if we head back over this way, one of the areas that actually has something is over here. Then this is just a staircase that brings you up to the little balcony for this hallway. Or, like, entrance hall. Which is nice. Like, nothing too complicated with it. Then if we head back down this way, this doorway will lead down, I believe. Then downstairs would be like a dungeon, probably a storage room, just stuff like that. And then before going up, let's actually head outside to the other courtyards. I almost said rooms again, but I caught myself. And this is a nice little hallway. I actually really like this hallway. Looks real neat. Like, the block variation helps it out quite a bit. Let's go out to the courtroom first. Jesus Christ, what is my problem with the entire English thing today? Courtyard. Just like a nice little garden here, a statue that is, who is he? I went back and looked through my past videos, and I built this thing in episode 59, and the inspiration for it was from the evil sketch. So yeah. Anyway, as we look around this as we look around this fountain, as we look around this courtyard, it just has a simple fountain. I'm not sure how I feel about that hidden lighting being, I mean, that's not even hidden lighting. Like, I think I'm gonna, it might look better if I changed that to be, like, just down here and add slabs there instead. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this, courtyard. Another big old banner there. I like how those look. I need to find more places to put them. And as we continue back down here, jumping again, here's a little, like, access area for the, gatehouse. Like, down here, there's little arrow slits, and what these are, like, meant to be is, like, lobbing, splash potions through. Like, if you stand here and look like here, I believe, it just perfect arch in there, which works pretty well, if you ask me. And if we continue on up, we have more unfinished stuff. Surprise, surprise. And that was indeed a piston you just heard. Nice murder holes for shooting and dropping stuff on intruders. And then this is like a purely Minecraft aesthetic, not really aesthetic, but feature I added, where if you stand on these for long enough, it opens a piston, then it floods the gatehouse with lava. Then these two buttons control that gate, and these levers will lock the gate by directly powering the closing mechanism. Then those two sets control that gate. And I really should, like, pattern those walls with stone and stuff. Anyway, on this side, it's completely mirrored, only less stuff outside of it, so, yeah. And let's actually head over, like, inside the walls. This all needs furnishing. I believe I do have at least... Okay, no, nothing's really finished. Huh. That's exposed redstone for a gate. Then these are the staircases I use, like, in all the towers throughout the entire castle. Although I might kind of want to change them to be, like, more off to the side, so then you can do more inside the castle, and the controls for this gate are, like, right here. can't even see it. There we go. And let's open it again so we don't lock ourselves out. Well, these are like the walkways on top of the walls. I like all the different levels to it. And it just kind of walks around. And let's actually go to the top of the tower. And let's... oh, the ladder got torn down. Oh, there's another ladder. Yes. Oh, but then we have to go back on the stairs. Huh. This is what ender pearls are for. I almost missed that. Ooh. Oh, then this is a small tower. Yeah. Yep. I really like these towers. Like, one of my first videos, and I think actually... is the tower the most viewed video? The tower tutorial? I think it is, yeah. I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, really like these towers. The smaller ones more than the larger ones, because I think these are a little bit... just a little bit over the top. Probably a little bit more than just a little. Yeah. But it's just a big staircase, then more than a small tower on top of it. So I don't think we necessarily have to go all the way over... or all the way up it, rather. And now we are back at the little hallway, and in here is just, like, more storage that's, like, really... Not just really, just completely unfurnished. And then the stairs are over here. And then more unfurnished stuff. Like, these are just little, like, rooms for, like, a barracks or whatever. Probably higher ranking people because they have, like, individual rooms. And then I need to, like, make a more traditional, here's a bunch of bunk bed barracks somewhere, I would say. Smaller, or just, not really smaller, just more rooms even. And then these have wooden floors, so even better than the ones down there with only stone. Then that goes up. And this is a... actually, we could probably just jump down here, yeah. Probably have an access somewhere in the back part. Okay, let's just look at this courtyard because we're out here now. This just kind of goes back into that one hallway. Then we have this building, which it looks, I would say it looks good. It just doesn't necessarily look like it completely fits in with the rest of the castle, if that makes sense, I suppose. Then here's just a, like, little more vegetation, field, like, very small field for horses that don't have good stats to be in. Then a nice stable. I really like how the stables turned out. Like, it looks pretty fantastic if you ask me. And then this roof was, ooh, that was annoying to actually make. Because, like, not domed, but still circular roof. Well, I guess that would technically be still domed, but yeah. Whatever. Yeah, horses. The best horse I have is there, I believe. Kind of an awkward transition of the stables into the castle. That should probably be different. Maybe not even open. Like a little hayloft up here. Direct access to just drop hay down for the horses that need it. If you fall down there, you can't get out without ender pearls or blocks, so you're breaking stuff, but whatever. Then over that way is nothing. Then it's a little path, big old fountain here that could be made look a lot more fancy. Then that just goes back into the castle, which connects back up to the same hallway. Then I believe that's like all for this side, yeah. And then again, when I get around to like expanding the lower part of the castle this way, there will be another little archway in that wall. I suppose we could like go into this building now. This cart is kind of odd looking. I mean, it's really bulky. These carts look fine though. Anyway. This building is just like, it was going to be like a lord's building where like larger, more elegant rooms. Not sure what would actually go back here. I'm sure I had some idea at some point, but it's just been way too long. This would be like down to a cellar or whatever. Big old staircase. Little balconies. I believe this was like a little planned to be like an office almost. I like the interior of this building, like all the intricate arches everywhere. Looks pretty good. Even though like it's a pretty flat ceiling, just all the arches kind of makes it just work. Then unfinished buildings, that's a big old staircase. More arches, this needs to be finished more. This does not look finished, or does not look finished. Finished, wow, speaking. Yeah, that's like all for up here. So if we go back down this way, this would be like probably not another hallway. Like right yeah, I'm not sure. Then this staircase goes back to here, which goes back down to there. So that's how that all connects up. And this staircase too, I like how it turned out. This could actually probably be flatter, because that's pretty steep compared to the, like, spiraling bit of it. Yeah. And another... Yeah, that wouldn't work at all if there was one hallway there, then another one here. That might just be best to be, like, filled in or whatever. Yeah. Then this would somehow connect to over there. Yeah, this was like my main problem with the interior bit, was connecting everything in a like semi-reasonable and like aesthetically pleasing way. It's just everything is kind of everywhere, really. And then this is like, would this still be considered like a courtyard? Maybe. A nice little water feature and centered on the entrance of the castle. Yep. More water. Water feature goes up there. That might actually be too much water now that I look at it more. Yeah, it's not bad or anything, though. Then, yeah, that just more nice little details. And this was, like, part of the work I was doing to, like, break up the giant block of a castle. Like, this was just all one giant wall, like, here. Then it's like, yeah, no, let's break it up. And then we have to drop down here to then go. Oh, getting around this place is, it's a process, to say the least. So, you get up to the top by coming to this one singular ladder. I suppose you could also go up the staircases, but that gets really tiring really fast, because they're all spiraling the same way. So it's just constant spinning, which is just, this needs finished still. There's like, I've done like hardly anything on the left side of the castle. Like pretty much everything I've done has been on the right side. This is like just a relatively small wall to like add another tier to the castle with nice little banners there. Another tower. Might as well go to the top of this one, I suppose. Just because it would give a good view of everything. And then the entire interior of this has to be finished as well. Okay, now we are pretty high up. These towers are probably a little too close, but it doesn't look like odd or anything, so it's probably fine. Then these giant flagpoles with the fire baskets, those look pretty neat. Gets even taller, as y'all saw earlier when looking at the giant castle. Then there's more of those like smaller second tier walls there. That is going to be another courtyard. Maybe a building there that like then connects like out here. I'm not sure how I want to connect the Lord, or not Lord of Kings, the Hall of Kings up to the rest of the castle. I might just do like a little water feature. Like, when I say little, I'm talking like no more than like 3 blocks wide. I think that should be like plenty. Especially if it's like a change in elevation, like it might be like 2 blocks. Yeah, probably not 2 blocks, because then you can't see the water. So like 1 block rose up from the ground. Yeah, that should work fine. Then just have like a courtyard here with maybe like some random little building over here. Then that would work well because there's that building there. The only... And that's the other thing, like, when you're in the castle, having more courtyards would look cool. But from the outside of the castle, having more, like, tall structures peeking above the walls would look better, probably. I suppose I could, like, do a mixture of the two. That would be a pretty good compromise. It would just, like, be fitting everything together, because you have to get up to this big staircase somehow. And so far, the highest staircase up for, like, not military walking is that one way down there. I suppose I could just try keep spiraling. Yeah. Jesus, why? Oh, I've been talking too much already, or something like that. This spiral staircase keep going up, that could work. Unless it, like, ends up facing that way when it gets to the proper level, but, I mean, that wouldn't be too hard to work around. Oh, Elytra are gonna be so nice to have on this world. I can't believe I waited. What? How long have Elytra even been a thing yet? I just got them today. Huh. I should actually just have those on my bar. Yeah. But yeah, like, lots of brainstorming still has to be done. Like, how do I terminate these walls? Do they just kind of stop, or no? Because I want to have an arch there. Just there's so many how questions. Like, I could actually, that might work best. Like, have a big building go out this way, have like the entrance to the building be that arch there, then have this wall connect to it. Then have this side of the building kind of go back a bit, then stay relatively open. Yeah, most of that sounded good, I think. Yeah. And now we are finally up to the last, like, big thing I worked on before the, like, massive break from this series, and it's not even done. The Hall of Kings. Like, this is probably my favorite build, or the build I'm most proud of doing thus far. Like, pretty much every aspect about it I like. Like, the outside looks pretty good. It is a lot different of a style than everything else in the castle. Although it's still kind of, it fits in rather well still, despite being different. Let's actually just walk down the center a bit. Nice double doors there, and then this is like the reason it's really my favorite. I really like this interior. Like, it looks really good. Like, it's really big, but there's still quite a lot of attention to detail with everything that just kind of completes it. And the way the lighting works on the upper bits also just... I like it. Although I don't know how I feel about the new, like, 1.12 wool. It's a little bit too vibrant, if you ask me. Like, that, yeah. But you get to all the different parts of this building through very convoluted, staircases. Like, it's pretty bad. And you can jump on top of the statues' heads for whatever reason, but that's not really too much of an issue. Actually, could work if I just remove those blocks. It's not really a problem. And lots of fire baskets, like, yeah, I like my fire baskets. They're probably my favorite form of decorative lighting, even though they don't actually light up stuff well at all. And that's the other thing I need to be careful about, adding stuff to the, like, around this building, because, like, right here, this is already, like, a really bad view. Like, you just see a giant tower. But I suppose that's not too much of a issue. Also, I really don't need 3 staircases. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Then just another little murder hole. Not really sure why that's there. This isn't really much of a, like, military defense, like, structure. Like, tiered balconies up here. Now, the fun thing is to get up to that balcony, you have to go all the way back down. Then up these small staircases. And eventually you get to this point, which then brings you up here. Then from here you can also get to the outer part, and I should have like a door or something there just to like prevent the elements from blowing in, because there's giant doors down there. Yeah, nice little balcony all the way up here. Then to get up there, you just keep going up these smaller staircases. And big ol' chandelier that looks kind of iffy now that they changed how glass panes and iron bars connect to blocks, so might change that. Like, these hanging bits don't look bad, it's the floating ones that are kind of iffy. Then it just goes up a lot. Like, there's nothing really up there, like, at all. Again, I really like how this window turned out. Like, yeah, it's pretty nice. Then this is more or less finished. I want there to be something hanging down in the giant this part. It's an even number of blocks in one dimension but not the other. Like, any attempt I've made at like making a giant chandelier or whatever have kind of turned out to be a little awkward looking, because it's not like symmetrical at all. But yeah, I still want something to be there though. And other than that, like all these, I don't have flame on my bow to light all that stuff out or up. Like, all these arches are pretty nice. Well, these are just real simple arches, and that's a nice like multi whatever that would be called, like strut arch, whatever. I think that is it for the Hall of Kings. Then, like, out the back here, probably, it wouldn't go on too much farther, because I don't want it to be, like, ridiculously long or anything. Would probably just go up to a big building, more or less flush with this end bit, I would say. Like, just kind of expand out, maybe. Maybe circular, if that ends up looking good, maybe not. Just looking around, I think I covered every main thing. Like, there's a lot more area, like, you can just, like, walk around all the walls for, like, quite a while. Like, flags, ooh, I cannot look down while flying using fireworks. Or really elytra for that matter. Just thinking of stuff I might have missed. I think I actually got everything. Oh, I didn't really take a good look at the outside. Oof, well, I missed that. I'll get it one time, damn it. Okay, here we go. Ooh, I almost messed it up. And I can't even really look at it from here. Go figure. But then this side of it, pretty simple. Like, the reason I want a water feature is because of that. Wait a second, that's not right. Huh. Not right at all. That's right up there, I believe. Or is it just like that? Oh, You know what? Let's go on an adventure. Got it. Oh, no, I guess that's just how that worked out. Kind of want to change that a little bit now. No, I'm thinking, and I'm pretty sure I covered the majority of everything. Like, the world, if you guys want to, like, walk around the world more, the world download is there, so I think that's probably it for the tour. And yeah, thank you again for everyone for hitting 2K subs way back in January, and for sticking... Oh, I completely missed that. Well, that was a little awkward, just... There we go. But yeah, thanks for, like, sticking around for such a long time, and as far as, like, I suppose, like, a schedule will go, I think I will end up alternating Castle Progress and Otlichno videos, just so I don't, like, end up overwhelming myself with, like, trying to produce all the Minecraft content suddenly. I kind of ease back into, like, frequent uploads, I suppose. And yeah, I think that's actually it. If you enjoyed today's Castle Progress episode, with its giant tour, world download, super hype, finally out download, and I know that's gonna make a lot of you guys happy. Yeah, if you liked it, please do leave a like. And yeah, I think that's it. I will see you all next episode. Bye-bye.